What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And I'm recording this video again because the sound was messed up on the last one, so hopefully this sounds good this time. I'm gonna bring you some things for Spider 20 that are gonna be using the Barbarians, because there's a tournament coming in tomorrow in about 12 hours, and it's gonna include Barbarians only, where there's Titan points that you can get. And these are some of the teams that I came up with. And first team I want to show you is this team right here with High Cartoon, Jacarl, Seal Drakes, Jotun, and whatever this chick's name is. And this is gonna be a burn team. Basically, we want to burn the Spiderling down, and just have the burns like kill the spider, right? Kind of like an old school team. Now this is stage 20 that I'm gonna do, and I don't think I have the champions for stage hard 10, but I haven't really tried it. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna try it. But this is just stage 20 right here. So first of all, we have High Cartoon at 262 speed, and she's just gonna be meter boosting, decreasing turn meter, and maybe putting decreased speed on this. Now the way this works is that Jotun on his A2 has a attacks one enemy, 75% chance of placing an HP burn debuff for 4 turns, and then after that Harkin's gonna come in with the A3, which doesn't need to be booked, and she's gonna spread basically that burn to the spiderlings, and then that's just how we're gonna kill the spider with the burns. Now my Jotun is not bugged. Make sure you book him, because otherwise your runs are gonna fail 25% of the time. You don't want that. Now you don't need these crazy speeds right here. You just want to make sure you go before the spider on this guy. So this, I just put like some random gear, and these are the stats that I came with, but you don't need to be this fast with these two guys. Just make sure he goes, and then she spreads the burns before the spiderlings take a turn. Now Jacarl is gonna bring the A2, which decreases the turn meter and then puts decreased speed. That's gonna be very useful. We want him to use this 2 times when it starts, and then a little bit later on, and then that way we'll keep the big spider controlled. Silver Dress is gonna be here to use her A1 to decrease turn meter and put that decreased speed in case Jacarl fails. As you can see, my Jacarl's not bugged, so he might not put decreased speed in there. If you have your Jacarl bug, then that's obviously going to make the run faster. Also, one thing I want to note is that I don't have Jacarl built for damage, because if he does damage, he's going to kill the spiderlings, and then the burn's not going to go, and we're going to fail the run. So for this specific team, you don't want Jacarl built for damage. And I do have Silver Drakes in Relentless. And another thing that I want to mention is that my Silver Drakes does have Soul Reap. So 5 stars, so that's gonna make a difference there at the end. It's gonna come in pretty close, you'll see. And but one thing you can do is, if you do have these champions leveled up, you can build them for damage. I didn't build them for damage at all, but you could build them for damage, and that should make up for the soul reap, basically, especially if they're at 60. And if you haven't built for damage, that's just gonna make the run faster anyways. All right, so let's start the run real quick. Alright, so Spiderlings come down, and we're gonna start with the HP burn, and then Hackatoon is gonna increase speed, and then she's gonna spread all the burns to all the Spiderlings. Jacar's gonna come in and decrease, and as you can see, he didn't put decreased speed, so that's a little bit of a problem. Hopefully we're not in too much trouble there. And that's where, you know, having Jacar bugged does make a big difference, because he's pretty much guaranteed unless he hits the 3% chance, right? And as you go, as you can see, the spiderlings are doing their thing, and they are going after I forgot her name, but they're going after her first. Somebody put the decreased speed already, so that's good. The spiderlings taking a turn. Now we do want to make sure Jacarl goes again. There you go, decreasing turn meter. We do want Silver Direct to decrease turn meter as well, so this one's going to be pretty close. High Cartoon does do the AoE damage. Decrease turn meter there is pretty good, and then the Relentless Proc is very nice. And then the Spiderlings will start dying, sadly, but I think this run is pretty much done at this point. Hopefully the Spiderlings go. No, she's gonna go, but There were some spiderlings that were gonna go anyways, and the spider was gonna go down there anyway. But yeah, the soul rip activated. But yeah, there you go. This run lasted 1 minute and 26 seconds. Obviously not the fastest thing in the world, but you know it's pretty fast for a barbarian team, I think. Let's look at the faction and see what there is. I think Cronham might be a burner. Yeah, so if you have Cronham, definitely use this guy. He puts the HP burns on everyone, and he also has a chance of activating. So I would definitely use him if you have him. Who else might be good for this fight? Does this guy put a burn? No, I don't think this guy puts a burn. What about Alton? Decrease attack, increase defense, no burn. I think she pairs well with Cronham as well, though I don't think she would be useful for that specific fight. Does Barrow put a burn? No burn. Yeah, so if you have this guy, it'll make the run much easier because you don't need to do the whole debuff spread, Cronham. But you know, you gotta build, you gotta make alt accounts, like 6 of them. I don't know who has time for that, but I definitely do not. But yeah, let's take a look at the other team. Alright guys, so the next team I'm going to show you is basically, it's going to be a more like, you know, just plug and play kind of team. Like you might already have these champions just ready to go. And these are some of the more accessible champions in the game, I think. Obviously, if you did Thor Fusion, you're going to have him. Still, the Drex is a free login. Jakarl you can get from the clan shop. She is a login champion as well. And Farrakhan you do have to get from a shard. But there's replacements for a Farrakhan. You can put, what's her name? The chick that does decrease defense, the rare War Maiden, and she put decreased defense. That'll help the boss help bring down the boss faster. Obviously, we're gonna have her for just to make us faster in the run, and then Thor's gonna be the main damage dealer. Depending on how strong you have him, he's just gonna destroy the little spiderlings. I don't have him bugged, so it's gonna be a little slower because I don't have like the extra damage and the cooldowns as well. So there's that. And this A1 is actually pretty useful because it decreases the target turn meter, so that helps a lot against the spider here. Obviously, Jakarl is going to be here for the decreased speed and the turn meter decrease. Again, my Jakarl is not bugged. If you have him bugged, it'll be way more consistent. And I don't have my Jakarl built for damage, but in this one, you can build him for damage. In the other team, you shouldn't build him for damage because he's just going to kill the spiderlings. Scylla the Drakes, Scylla the Drakes just here to keep us alive, and in here we're just gonna have all her abilities because we want her to stun the spiderlings as well. Actually, you don't need to stun the spiderlings, so why not? Why not, right? I guess it doesn't matter. And Farrakhan is just gonna do the ally attack, burn and poison, and put that decreased defense. The speeds are more flexible here. You don't need to have them like at 300 speed. You could definitely make them slower. It's just spider 20. Obviously slower is going to make the run a little slower, right? But yeah, let's try this team. Now this is a more traditional team. Now this team is slower, so it's going to take a little bit longer. But basically the spider just doesn't get a turn against this team. So they start with the ally attack, and now we put the decreased speed, and Thor is just gonna do insane damage. Obviously, there's no max HP damage here, so it's gonna take a while because the spider just has a lot of health. And yeah, the main way to take the spiders usually is with burn at this level or max HP, right? So since we don't have that, it's gonna take a little longer. But yeah, as you can see, Scylla Dread, she's gonna decrease turn meter. She can put decreased speed. She'll heal us, and she can revive in case one of these guys go down. But I don't think anybody's gonna go down, honestly. And then Farrakhan does have the decreased defense on the A1, so that's gonna help the boss take. It's gonna help take down the boss faster. It's gonna help Thor do more damage. If you have the card for damage as well, that would help a lot. bring the boss down a little faster. And yeah, that's 1 minute so far. Just gonna let them do their thing. Should probably take about 3 minutes or so. So let's speed the run up until then. All right, guys. So it's taking about 2 minutes and 43 or so. Getting slowly there. Now my Seal of the Drakes does have Soul Rip, so that might activate here at any second and just kill the spider. Obviously, if you don't have 5-star Soul Rip like I do, it might take a little longer. But yeah, the spider just never took a turn. So these poisons and this burn, they just don't do anything in this fight because the spiders just control the whole way. But yeah, Thor is just a beast, dude. I freaking love this champion. And there's a soul rip right there. It just makes so yeah, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Not as fast as the other one. But you know, you can just leave it overnight. I mean, you can just go to sleep and leave the game on, and then in the morning the run should be done. You know what I'm saying? So if you have the time to spare, you can just use this team. If you have the other champions, you can use those. But yeah, some quick teams that I wanted to show you real quick, because I know that tournament is coming tomorrow, and it's a tournament, right? Yeah, you got to use Barbarians. So yeah, maybe it gives you some ideas. If you have any other teams that you might suggest, leave them in the comments for people to know, and you know, maybe I'll try them out as well if they can make my life any easier. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.